20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Donnell?
I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom?
Yeah, good question.
No, wait.
I'm asking the question.
No, because
this ain't the Donnell Rawlings show.
Love is love.
If you don't,
love is love.
I agree with you.
What?
You like them young, though.
Say Drake, I heard you. Nope. Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love. I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't date nobody my age and get what I wanted. What I look like getting a 48-year-old pregnant.
I don't usually do this, but I really wanted to address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months. My son's dad is a comedian and an actor, and he did an interview with a man by the name of Shannon Sharpe on his podcast. Now, on that podcast, Shannon Sharpe did a lot of digging. My son is almost 10 years old, and my son's dad and I broke up over 6 years ago. So for him to ever try to bring me up or a family dynamic or the age gap is very, very shocking to me.
Stephanie George is calling out the real hypocrisy after Shannon Sharpe publicly slammed Donnell Rawlings for dating her and having a baby with her when the whole time he was allegedly sleeping with and dating someone even younger than her. And now that same woman is suing him. George takes to her Instagram with a post, "The only reason I'm speaking on this is because it involved me and almost sent me into depression. I am sorry this video is so long, but I had to get it all out. Just because I live and work in the industry does not mean you are allowed to be invasive. I don't like nosy people, and I hate when people go digging for information for views. He did all that laughing about my age, but had some weird situation going on with someone who is 19. I'm tired of badly behaved people with no limits. I left it in God's hands and look at what's happening now. Whatever is done in the dark will be brought to light. Sometimes the same things that will make you laugh can make you cry. By the way, my name is Stephanie George, and I'm a 34-year-old creative director and a movement artist, not a 23-year-old baby mama that was on Bad Girls Club. I hate that he made money off bringing me and my personal life up. Shame on him. All I have to say is that I am always asking for God's protection guidance, and my ancestors don't play about me. You messed around and found out that the energy you sent for me has boomeranged back. Have fun with that, sir. You are half 100 years old. You knew better than to be dating teenagers."
I know I don't usually do this, but I really wanted to address something that has really been bothering me for the past couple of months. My son's dad is a comedian and an actor, and he did an interview with a man by the name of Shannon Sharpe on his podcast. Now, on that podcast, Shannon Sharpe did a lot of digging. My son is almost 10 years old, and my son's dad and I broke up over 6 years ago. So for him to ever try to bring me up or a family dynamic or the age gap is very, very shocking to me. It's not surprising, but I just feel like, my son's dad has a girlfriend already. Why not do digging on her and try to figure out, who's currently in his life? I just thought that women and children were just, like podcasters and journalists know to leave that aspect out. Clearly I was wrong. He was making fun of him at the fact that we have an age difference of 23 years. And, he was saying, why didn't you date her mom? Where did you guys meet? Forever 21? Cracking up, just asking really invasive questions. And what really hurt me, this was the kicker, was that the headline said, it was the interview, and it also had this headline on it that said, Donnell Rawlings has baby with woman from Bad Girls Club, 23 years younger. So crazy. Insane. As you guys know, we co-parent. So I know that my son is getting older. I always think like, oh my God, one day my son is going to see this. And I just did not like, it felt very, very icky how it was put out there. It felt really exploitive, and like, I just didn't like it. I live my life in peace. I just take care of my son. I work and I spend time in my garden, and I just do as much as I can to contribute to my own peace. And so I just felt very disrespected at the fact that he labeled me as that. I was just some crazy 23-year-old woman that was on Bad Girls Club. Now, I've done so many other things. I'll never discredit Bad Girls Club, right? Because it was part of my journey. But I've done so many other things after that, in front and behind the camera, that I was like, wow, you're not even saying that I'm a creative director. You're not talking about how I went to school. You're not talking about how great of a mom I am, or how I'm in the PTA, and, you know, just things like that. You know, it could have been in a positive way, but it didn't. I didn't like it. It set me into a depression. It kept me up at night. It really, really bothered me. And so I was on Twitter. I prayed about it. I said, God, you know, I'm old enough to know that, like, there's just certain people that are not nice. There's certain people that are very nosy, that will, you know, they're like, let's do this for shock value so we can get a lot of views. And also, that video with the headline on it wasn't just on his platform. It went viral. It got picked up by other blogs and like Hollywood Unlocked and things like that. I don't follow them to protect my mental health, but I saw it. People were sending it to me. And, you know, it just made me feel really sad. I've been working very hard to build a name for myself with my art and my own work, you know, and not asking for handouts, not asking for clout. You know, I didn't even care that he used my name or referred to me, because I'm not thirsty for clout. I live in Hollywood. I work in Hollywood. I don't need all that. You know, I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm okay with, you know, minding my own business and living a very private life. I'm not fiending to have my name trending, you know? And so me and my son's dad were in a relationship, you know, and we have a family together. So it just turned me all the way off. Now, last night I was on Threads and I saw his name trending and thought, wow, that's so weird. And then I clicked on it and I saw Accuser. And, you know, he's being accused of like really horrific things. And the girl was 19 when it started. So I'm thinking in my head, wow, you were really projecting. You went digging and you found the fact that we have a huge age gap, and you highlighted that and you tried to make fun of it, but you were actually really living that life, if not worse. I mean, this girl was a teenager. And, you know, with all the evidence that she put out there, I don't know if it's, you know, good evidence or not, or, you know, whatever. The stuff that I seen was pretty awful. I just feel like if you live in a glass house, please don't throw stones. You are very quick with the lip to ask him details on and why didn't you date her mom? Why didn't you date her mom? Oh, did you guys meet at Forever 21? At least I was 21. You know what I'm saying? Like 19 is too young. You at your big age, you know that. You have kids that are probably older than that. Like, let's leave it alone. Let's leave families alone. If you're a podcaster or a journalist, please just be respectful. Not everybody wants to be talked about. Not everything needs to be talked about. Women and children and family units should be left alone. You could have asked him his favorite ice cream. What is your favorite place to vacation? You could have asked him anything else, but you chose to bring it this way. And you chose to use the fact that I was on Bad Girls Club as the highlight of my whole life. Like I was a deranged, wild woman that has never done anything else other than that show. And if I did, and if that's what it was, you should have still left it alone, because we have a family together, you know? And like, it really hurt my feelings with that headline. And now look at all the headlines that you have, you know, being accused by a 19-year-old. You literally it's just like, it's crazy how, I wouldn't say karma works, but how the universe works. I knew that there was something not right as to why he was asking these questions. It just felt off. You know, it didn't feel like it was in good faith. And you were poking fun at it and you were living worse. So all I ask is that, you know, if you're a podcaster or a journalist, you know, be very careful with the questions that you ask. Just know that people are going to be doing digging on you, and whatever you're hiding will come to the light as well, because you are trying to lure people in with shock value and details of people's lives. And, you know, there should be some level of privacy. That's all I ask. If I'm someone who puts my business out there all the time, yeah, I could kind of understand. But when it comes to like my son and my son's dad, other than a couple of family selfies and, you know, a family vacation or dinner, things like that, I just appreciate you not speaking about that, you know? And now look at the mess that is going on with all of that. It's crazy to see it. I just thought, well, you know. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in with this story time. I will try to make things shorter next time, and hopefully we don't have to do another story time, because all of this is very mentally taxing. So I hope you have a good day. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. And remember, mind your own business. I mind my business. Why can't you?
20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Donnell?
Didn't date her mom because, why didn't I date her mom?
Yeah, good question.
No, wait.
I'm asking the question.
No,
this
because
ain't the Donnell Rawlings show.
love is love.
If you don't,
Love is love.
I agree with you.
What?
You like them young, though.
I say, Drake, I heard you. Nope. Don't do that. I don't like them young. I like what I love. I didn't groom nobody, son. It is what it is. But I can't date nobody my age and get what I wanted. What I look like getting a 48-year-old bitch pregnant.
It's possible.
It could have happened, but I ain't want them odds.
Hold on, she was on Bad Girls Club?
Yes.
You like Bad Girls?
I made her a good girl. Nigga, say that. Ask me another question.
You like toxic.
I was going through a transition in my life, and if somebody that made me feel good about myself, that I knew in the future I was going to have a beautiful son, that you was going to try to ruin the relationship I had with him by talking about, did he see you between Diddy legs? I saw the future of this show before we even goddamn did it. All right? And I didn't break no laws. I didn't do. Yes, she's a lot younger than me. But that's what it was. I gave my opportunity. I gave myself an opportunity. Why you hating on me?
Where y'all meet at? Forever 21?
Yo, y'all ain't gotta laugh that hard, son. You know
I'm
what?
just trying to figure out that. I mean, where you meet a 23-year-old at? Because I mean, hey, 23, I think I'm a couple of years older than you. I go 33. So I just need to know. 23, 33, they probably in the same area. Maybe we can hang out.
I'm not with you. I am not hanging without you. I'm not hanging with you. Okay. What I want to say, there was a part of my life where someone gave me a certain energy that I needed. And they expressed to me, I wasn't out there on no playgrounds.
Yeah.
I didn't have R. Kelly in the background. And they expressed to me that and this is how they get you, I like older men. Bing, 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 bing,
Right.
bing.
You like younger women.
Can I finish my
Go ahead.
sentence? You can switch and do interview yourself. If you want to do that, give them another mic.
Nope.
No, it was just, it was something that happened in my life. It was timing. Mm-hmm. It was me coming off another relationship. Mm-hmm. And I just felt this person made me feel good. Mm-hmm. And that turned into a relationship where I had a beautiful son.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.